7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. This is Give STL Day 2025 Live. My name is Chris Strubb, the Giving Day guy. This is our 5 p.m. broadcast. So it is 5 o'clock somewhere. It is 5 o'clock here.
5 o'clock right here.
In St. Louis. We want to welcome back Wendy. You might remember her from this morning's live stream. I don't even remember what time you were on, Wendy. A long time ago.
It's been a heck of a day, and we're up to 2.4 million. So
yeah, I mean, nice jump to welcome you back. So Wendy, we're going to kick off our 5 p.m. hour with another collaborative conversation, but let's just take a quick look at who else is to come here in this hour. You see the 520, 527, 34, 41, and 48. So if you're watching, you're tuning in for any of those groups, they're coming. But Wendy, we're going to start with that collaborative conversation. We're going to introduce Almost Home and IFM Community Medicine, and I'm going to let you take it away.
Oh, fantastic. Well, we're so delighted to be here with IFM and Almost Home, and I never know which way to look, right? Who's here? So we're all about connection and community today. So what we have here, I am going to toss it over to Almost Home real quick, and I'm going to ask you to tell us a little bit about what you do, and then we'll have IFM talk a little bit about what you do, and then, talk amongst yourselves. Tell us how exciting it is, the work that you're being able to do together, because we're all about community and collaboration.
Absolutely. Well, hi, everyone. I'm Havana Watkins. I am the Executive Director at Almost Home, and Satanya Booker here is our Development Director. And at Almost Home, we provide a safe haven and transitional living for teen moms that are parenting and pregnant. The moms that we serve are ages 16 to 21, and we have their wonderful babies. There's always a baby crawling in our office. We're holding a baby. We're watching a baby. So we have a lot of fun there. But we provide a safe haven for these moms that have been unhoused, have been homeless, have been couch surfing, just really having a hard time. And we help them build a life where they can end poverty 2 generations at a time. And they can stay with us for up to 2 years.
That's fantastic. That's awesome. And IFM, little brief, what do you guys do?
So our mission in life is to strengthen underserved communities one patient at a time to promote community health. And the way we do that is we bring primary health care directly to places in need and people in need all across the greater St. Louis area. And one of those is Almost Home.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, see, we love, this is such a great collaboration. Yeah. And as I happen to be looking you up, I don't know if everybody here knows this, but the Community Foundation also works with the Spirit of St. Louis Women's Fund, which is a women's giving circle here in St. Louis. It's about 200 members, and over the years, they have funded both of your organizations at different times.
That's true.
And we just love to see all of those connections. So tell us a little bit more about how you're working together, and how did that even happen?
Yes, so we were meeting those immediate needs, right? So housing, insecurity, food, shelter, all of those things. But there was a missing component. We needed to reach out and help in the health equity aspect. It didn't happen overnight. It took a few years, and we finally made it happen. We were talking with Dr. Campbell for years, and we've been able to finally have a clinic on site. We started in 2024. I was about to say 24. And we've had the amazing nurse Lauren be there with us from the beginning, and she can tell you a little bit more about the kiddos and the babies, but I mean, last year we had over 150 appointments, saw 54 patients, so we've been doing really great since having this collaboration.
Oh,
Nurse
that's
Lauren?
fantastic. Lauren, take it away for us. Tell us a little bit about that from your perspective.
Yeah, Almost Home is awesome. It is one of my favorite clinical sites. The directors over there, they're amazing. They do awesome work. And it's just been really special to be able to get to know the members there. So, just a cool privilege to be able to get to know them and see them week by week, see their babies grow up, see them grow up alongside their babies. A lot of them are finishing school, getting jobs, making really, big life changes. And so it's just been awesome to have a clinic there that a little bit feels like family, a little bit feels like clinic. We do everything from well baby, well woman care to vaccine visits, and then just some general life skills, for all the members there. Just, what do you need to bring to an appointment? What can you expect out of certain appointments? What are important questions to have? Safe sex, you name it. We can talk about it. So yeah,
that's fantastic. In a real way, you're watching both babies and, let's face it, mothers grow up.
Yes,
right.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. That is super fantastic. So I do want to point out something that I have in my notes here, which I think is phenomenal. It says each $1 investment in young families generates an $8 return to society in the form of taxes, economic contributions, and mitigation of government subsidies.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I mean, talk about a return on investment. That is fantastic. Can you talk a little bit about how our viewers today can support you on Give STL Day and make those dollars turn into that societal investment?
Yes, absolutely. So, each dollar goes very far, and we're very thankful for it. And right now, we really have this Healthy Skin initiative because our moms and our babies may have experienced homelessness. They may not have had water or the right nutrition. And then we all know that when you're pregnant, your skin changes too, right? And so when we think about them washing their clothes or washing their sheets, we need something that's a little bit better for them, a little bit better for their skin, because it's so sensitive and so gentle. So we hope that you all will help us be able to provide these things. And sometimes we have to go a little bit further and get medication for their eczema and medication for those things. And remember, if they don't have any income or anything, we're going to have to make sure that we meet those needs. And it's very, very important. And it goes very far because they feel better about themselves. They know how to take care of their own skin and their children's skin. And it just overall helps all over. And then you can feel better about yourself and not make bad mistakes.
Absolutely. There's an interesting self-esteem thing that happens, I think, when you're able to take care of your skin, your body, what you're presenting to the world, when that's in line.
Yes.
And of course, everything you guys are doing at the clinic and all the other things, it is really going to make that kind of a difference in their lives. So let's see. So are either of you dealing with federal funding issues, or is that not really a thing for you?
I can answer that for IFM.
Okay.
This is, in one case, we've always lamented, we don't have any big federal grants. Well, that's a good thing for us right now, but it's a bad thing for all of our partners.
Right.
I'd say the thing we're most concerned about is how the Medicaid population is going to fare over all this, because a lot of our population has Medicaid, and as you know, in Missouri, we recently expanded Medicaid, but if that's pulled back at all, what kind of impact is that going to have on our patients, particularly our kiddos, and our families that are able to get that now that once weren't. So that's a big concern for us. We know our need is going to increase no matter what, because it always does. So that's why we're just trying to raise as many funds as we can. We see about 5,000 patients every year, and about 65% of those are under 18. So if the Medicaid, lessens or goes away, the need is just going to increase exponentially. So we're preparing for that. We hope it's not going to happen, but
All right. Well, folks, you heard it here. Go to givestlday.org, find IFM Community Medicine and Almost Home, and support them. Support what they're doing. Make this happen for our kiddos and our families, and help these girls grow up. What have we not talked about that you might like to bring up? Tanya, you've been very quiet. Can you contribute something?
Yes. Well,
what do you think?
I appreciate you asking. We have several things that we'd like to talk about, but first of all, I want to say, so I don't forget, that we have a gala coming up June 26th at Olive and Oak, and we're so excited about that. It's an opportunity to bring all of the community together in person to meet and share all the wonderful things that our moms have accomplished throughout the year, celebrate those babies. One of the key components about what we do is help them through their high sets, help them through getting their apartments, all of those things, and the next steps with like college and that sort of thing. And we celebrate all of those wonderful things that happen even after Almost Home, and we will
So
be
our
doing that.
partiers listening,
Yes.
let's get on. And
Yes.
where can people get tickets to the gala? How would they join you?
Yes, so our website is www.almosthomestl.org/gala. So
Perfect.
tickets start at $150.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful. That's fantastic. So tell me something. There's a note here about tax credits.
Yes, so donations, contributions directly to Almost Home qualify for the maternity home tax credit. We call it MHTC
Okay.
for short. And that is 70%. So a contribution, $100 made by businesses or persons that reside in Missouri will be $30 or less by the time you federal
you get that,
dollars and state dollars and that sort of thing are taken out. So it's
That's
really,
so.
really
So you
beneficial.
guys essentially will get $100 for a cost of only $30
or less.
or less, depending on how that tax credit works.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll keep that in mind.
Yes.
All right. So tell us, what is it about Give STL Day from a fundraising perspective that has you all be here today? Why did you decide to participate? Do you want to kick us off on
Sure, yeah. Our biggest goal with Give STL Day is to raise awareness about IFM, because everywhere I go, it's like, oh, I haven't heard of IFM. We've kind of lived in the shadows for the past 25 years. We've just, we work in partnership with 24 different organizations throughout St. Louis. So a lot of times the focus is on our partners and the clients that we serve versus IFM. So we're hoping to reach some new people today that didn't know about us, that didn't know of the healthcare that we provide as the safety net in our region, and hopefully get them interested in our mission and volunteering for us, and obviously hopefully donating too.
Oh, fantastic. So volunteers,
Yes.
I think that's something that a lot of the folks listening today would be really interested in knowing about. How would somebody go about volunteering? Do I need to be a nurse?
You don't need to be a nurse. We have a lot of opportunities for volunteers, office volunteers, event volunteers, but we do use a lot of volunteers in our clinics. That's our biggest volunteer program. And we tend to use students that are interested in the medical field. They don't have to, have a credential necessarily. They help us in the clinic with all of the things that are difficult for our providers to get to. And then they get a sense of, oh, this is something I'd like to do as a profession. So we have a ton of great students, usually younger adults, that we rely on. We truly rely on them to help us do what we do. Makes our dollars go that much further. So.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's absolutely awesome. Thanks for sharing that. So let's see, how much time do we have here, Chris? Are we?
We've got a couple minutes. I've got a video that IFM sent in, so we might
Oh,
want to take a peek
terrific!
at that.
Wonderful. Let's take a look.
1 second. It's here, so.
IFM Community Medicine is all about serving the community, utilizing its innovative approach. IFM rises to meet the challenges of any healthcare obstacles. IFM Community Medicine is bringing affordable primary care services to the St. Louis, Missouri area. Focused on delivering healthcare to those who need it most, IFM creates community partnerships to overcome barriers. Go to www.ifm-stl.org to explore how medicine meets community.
Oh, that's fantastic. Seeing you guys in action.
I know Lauren was the star of that one.
I love it. So do you have your own clinic somewhere, or are your clinics all at various partners, including, of course, Almost Home?
Yeah, we partner with 24 different community agencies, and among those agencies, we have 33 clinic sites. So, for example, we partner with St. Louis Public Schools, and we have 3 clinics in 3 of their schools. So they're pretty much all, co-located in our partner locations. Now, that being said, we do have 3 clinics that aren't just open to the clients of our partner, they're open to the surrounding community. Hancock Place would be one of those. Even though it's a school district partnership, it's open to that entire community, whether it's, the parents, the grandparents, people without any kids. We have a clinic like that in Bridgeton as well, and that's in partnership with SSM. And then our newest one is at Youth and Family Center, right north of downtown. And that's a community center. They have teen programs, senior programs. So we're kind of moving into that space, but none of them are our clinics that are, brick and mortar. We always partner. That's our model to, go where the need is
it's
rather
a great
than
model.
set
Yeah,
up on the corner
absolutely.
and expect people to come to us. So.
Yeah, which really speaks to your name, right?
Yes, community medicine.
We're out
Where
in
medicine
the
meets
community.
community. That's our tagline.
Doing the work that needs to be done. Anything we haven't covered?
No, we
No?
just, we thrive off partnerships and community partners, and we absolutely love IFM, and we appreciate you all for letting us highlight this partnership and community building, because we can't do it without helping each other. No one person can do it alone. So thank you so much,
love
and of
that.
course, thank you IFM for your partnership.
Thank you guys. This has been a great collab today.
Yes, it's been fun.
Thank you so much. It's been great to listen to. We've got a lot going on here for the remainder of this 5 p.m. live stream. So I'm going to recommend, if you guys have some time, stick around. You want to see what's to come here next. We've got jugglers. We've got a celebrity guest.
Will there be dogs?
Maybe there's a dog too. I don't know at this point. I don't even know if I'm awake at this point. But guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 60 seconds with our next group, which is the Women's Safe House. Okay, BRB.
Thanks, guys.
This was great. Thank you.
It was on this little 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. And I'm like,
Welcome back to
what?
Give STL Day 2025 Live. My name is Chris Strubb, the Giving Day guy. We are back here live from the St. Louis Community Foundation. We're doing all kinds of stuff in this 5 p.m. live stream. I'm breaking all my own rules. We got one organization on 2 tables here. This is the Women's Safe House. So Wendy, why don't you introduce these young ladies and take it away.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm Wendy Whitty with the St. Louis Community Foundation, and at the moment we have the Women's Safe House here with us. They are the oldest and largest domestic violence shelter in the St. Louis area. So I am going to have MK and Molly say hello, tell us a little bit about what you guys do at the Women's Safe House, and then we'll switch over to McKenna and Marianne.
Okay, you go for it, Molly. Okay. Well, my name is MK. I am the Events and Engagement Specialist at the Women's Safe House. So I run all of our marketing channels. In addition, I do some fundraising and connections with people. So, yeah.
My name's Molly. I'm a volunteer doing a senior capstone project with the Women's Safe House, and yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Where are you in school, Molly?
John Burroughs.
Oh, fantastic. Wonderful. And McKenna and Marianne. Yes. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is McKenna Ngepsi. I'm the Director of Development and Advancement at the Women's Safe House.
And my name's Marianne Owens, and I'm the CEO at the Women's Safe House.
Oh, that's fantastic. And now, how long have you both been there?
I'm in my 5th year as the CEO.
Oh, terrific.
And I'm in year 2.
In year 2, and which really says something to longevity of organizations, and the way that we have new people coming in, and that we can really have the mission continue to move forward. So one of the things that I would love for you to talk about, and you tell me who would be the best person, is your relatively new pet housing. We know, I think statistically, that one of the things that keeps people in abusive relationships is they feel like they can't leave if they have a pet, and they're worried about the safety of that pet maybe more than the safety of themselves. So can you talk about that a little?
I can talk about that. It's one of my favorite things to talk about. And actually, your organization played a part in making that happen for us. I was having lunch at Commerce Bank with someone from your organization and someone from Commerce, and we were just chatting, and I talked about how heartbreaking it was to me that women and children would not come because they couldn't bring their pet, and I wanted a way to build a kennel or do something so they could. Your representative gave me the name of someone at Purina. I wasn't aware they have the Purple Leash Project. I didn't know anything. I sent a very heartfelt email to Purina about how this was breaking my heart and women and children were still staying in abusive homes, and they answered me.
Yes!
So, you very well, you don't always send a random email and get an answer.
Answers.
And they're like, we'll help. So we started meeting through them and Red Rover. We got a $60,000 grant. We got money from Mary Kay. We sold naming rights. We did everything but stand on the corner to raise money. We were very fortunate. The Lawrence Group Architects did all of our plans. We got a lot of things donated, and about $160,000 of donations and money later, we have a state-of-the-art kennel where the families can bring their animals.
That's fantastic.
And they
so
can also,
is it full?
You know what? Right now is the first time it hasn't really been full. But it usually is. Cats stay in the rooms. The dogs can be in the rooms most of the day, but they sleep in the kennel at night. During meals, they're out there. I love it every time I see a dog or hear a dog barking.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So how many animals can be housed at one time?
We could house up to 8. We usually have about 3 or 4 in the kennel and probably 3 or 4 in the building.
Oh, I love that. That's beautiful.
And you can see that up there now, Wendy.
Oh, look at that's fantastic. Oh, so we've got some pictures of things going on. Little building there.
And that was this
we
morning.
know these people.
Throwback Thursday.
That was today.
So maybe you could talk for a moment about your monthly giving society, Her Village.
I'm going to let McKenna. That was her brainchild, and we're really proud of it.
Oh, fantastic. McKenna?
I am so excited to talk about Her Village. Her Village is a community-centric giving society that came to be based on the African proverb, it takes a village to raise a child. And at the Women's Safe House, we know it takes a village to support survivors. And so that's what it is. It's a village made up of survivors, for survivors, of community members, and the intention is to build community and be community for both survivors and the people who are supporting. So we have some incredible events that take place. We have levels that are based on family. So our starting level is our cousins. And you all know your cousins are the people you can count on, month after month. Our next level is our sisters and brothers. And then we have our aunties and fun uncles. And then our top level is our elders. And those are the people that we rely on for guidance for what to do next in our mission, and that we can count on for loyal support month after month.
I love that. So if I wanted to be a cousin, what might my commitment be?
Your commitment would be $29 a month, and that would provide a visit for our families to visit our nurse practitioner who comes to the Safe House and has family sessions there with them to meet any of their health needs.
Thank you so much, guys.
here today.
Yes, a partner at IFM, who you just saw before.
That's perfect.
We love that spirit of collaboration
Right.
expanding even past. Guys, thank you so much. Sorry, we got to cut this short. We've got jugglers outside coming up next. We got to get them in place. Then we've got another very special guest right after that. But thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
We'll
We
be back in
appreciate
60
you all.
seconds.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
And you've been doing this since 6 in the morning?
7, first one, 7 a.m.
And you go until what time?
7 p.m. Hour and a half ish.
There was one year I did a live every half hour on the half hour. It
Long day.
was brutal, and it did not make a difference in me.
Really? How are you guys doing today? Do you know?
It's not a good time to lose
We're half of our goal, so we're a little over 2,500 out of 5,000.
I don't know.
And
Compared to last
yeah, about that.
you did better last year.
So far, but the day is still young, and now we're here.
Oh, you're here.
I expect this to double.
You're down to 10 seconds. See if
10 seconds, ladies. 10 seconds. Sorry, they're on. Wait for the camera.
Okay.
Wherever you guys want
You
to
guys
be.
will be over there. I'll get you set up in just 1 second. Wendy, we are going to throw it outside to Patrick, who is with our friends from Circus Harmony, and we're going to conduct this interview outside.
that works.
Oh,
We're
perfect.
glasses
So
on.
there we go. Patrick, can you hear us again? Wendy, can you hear us?
Oh, let me put my.
So the interview is going to be.
I've just got music right now.
Where they going to sit at? They going to sit here?
Okay.
We got to go there.
Can you hear her?
Wait, who going to sit here?
I'm hearing these guys in here. I'm not hearing outside.
We're not talking here.
Who's there?
Okay, let's
We don't
get,
necessarily need, we're just trying to figure out what table we need to set up on that table.
why don't we have her come back inside? Send her back inside. Send her back
Going
inside.
back inside. That's okay. I still got you guys.
All right, so Wendy, what's going on is we have our performers from Circus Harmony are outside, and we are going to bring in quickly Circus Harmony.
Oh, we'll have Jessica inside, maybe.
Yeah, she's gonna come
Okay.
in and sit over here.
Perfect.
So just bear with us for 1 second. We are getting things set up. Go ahead now.
Girls, if
So if you
she
want to
tells
come
me
behind me,
something, I'll
so
relay
you
it to
step
you,
into the
but-
wires, so you can go over to the other side.
Hi, Jessica, right here.
There's Jessica coming on in.
But will I see what's on the camera?
Can you see this screen at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be what's on the camera.
So there's the Circus Harmony team outside, and take it away, Wendy.
Okay. All right.
Tell them they can go.
Jessica, I'm so pleased to have you with us today from Circus Harmony.
Correct.
And I know outside in just a couple minutes we have some jugglers and some fun things. Can you tell us a little bit about Circus Harmony?
Absolutely.
What do you do and why the circus?
So Circus Harmony is St. Louis's only social circus school. We use the teaching and performing of circus arts to motivate social change. We do it by building character in individuals and building bridges between communities. We are based out of City Museum in downtown St. Louis.
Makes
where
sense.
we do 700 shows a year. Whenever the museum is open, you will either see our talented troupe or our wonderful teaching artists presenting shows. And in fact, this weekend, we have our culmination shows of our spring classes. Circus Harmony also teaches throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area with programs like Circus Science, where we teach science concepts through circus arts, and Defy Gravity 101 basic circus classes, which we offer at St. Louis City Rec Centers for free. And we're taking registration now for our summer camps. And then our performance troupe performs not only at City Museum, but at Grant's Farm. We'll be at Circus Floor in June. We're going to Germany this summer as part of our Peace Through Pyramids partnership.
Oh my gosh, how exciting.
With Circus Circuli in our sister city, the St. Louis sister city of Stuttgart. So we do a lot. You can find out on our website at circusharmony.org. So you're
So
going
Jessica,
to be...
who do we have outside here?
Outside, we have Lila Lawless and Poppy Sutton, and they are two of the St. Louis Arches.
There they are.
Members of our performance troupe. And they are jugglers, acrobats. They both ride unicycle. Lila also does contortion and juggling, and they got a full scholarship to attend the International Juggling Festival this summer in July.
Wow.
So they are getting ready for that. And they're amazingly talented performers, and they're also student teachers. So one of the things that we do at Circus Harmony is we use the teaching and performing of circus arts to teach you the art of life. So you learn not just focus, persistence, and teamwork, but you also learn how to present yourself in public, how to pass it on and teach other people to give what was given to you to the next generation. They are really two excellent teachers, and the kids look up to them because they really think and they can be them.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So
So
they're
tell
role
us,
models.
what's the age
Oh,
group?
And Wendy, I don't mean to
Yes,
interrupt
sure, no
one
worries.
more time. We just crossed $2.5 million. So $2.5 million crossed.
Thank you. And thank you to everybody who's supporting the arts organizations who are in such dire need. And we say that we are defying gravity and saving the world, because we have alumni who are now touring throughout the world with different shows like Cirque du Soleil. We have 3 alumni who will be performing with Circus Floor. We have one who is on Broadway with Water for Elephants, which
Oh my
was
gosh, that's
really,
exciting.
really cool.
Wow.
And what we teach kids is that when you focus on what connects you instead of what divides you, you can create something amazing. So we have young people, and you asked what age, we start at 3 years old. Our 3-year-olds
Oh, how
perform,
cool. How cool is
and
that?
we go
Look at that.
until,
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
take a seat, right? We go until 93 was our oldest student, and she did trapeze. So you're never too old to run away and join the circus. And
So
3
I
is-
could do this tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, actually tonight, I don't know how late you're working, but Thursdays, this is the last spring juggling and unicycling
Okay.
club, but we're doing them on Mondays in the summer. 4-week class in juggling and unicycling. They're back to back. We also have adult aerial classes, and we have our incredible summer camps where kids get to perform for the public at City Museum.
I love that.
So-
Well, thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much
much,
for being
Jessica.
with us today, Jessica. I
Thank
so
you for
appreciate
having
it.
us, and thank you for
thanks
supporting.
for bringing the entertainment.
Jessica, we appreciate you very much. Thanks for being here. We'll be back in 60 seconds with our next guest, which is our My Life in a Bag Foundation, with 2 very, very special guests. Don't go anywhere. Back in 60.
Give STL Day is powered by the St. Louis Community Foundation. Thank you to our giving partner, the Burgess Family Foundation. We proudly recognize our sponsors, whose generosity helps make this day possible. Our gateway sponsor, Purina. Our community sponsors include Watlow, More Computing, the St. Louis Business Journal, 5 on Your Side, St. Louis Magazine, the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, Fox 2 News and KPLR 11, and Cardinals Care. We're also grateful to our friends of Give STL Day, First Alert 4, and DDI Media. And finally, our local heroes, St. Louis American, Clifton Larson Allen LLP, Wildflower Communications, and George Sells Media. Thank you to all of our sponsors and partners for making Give STL Day a success.
All right, we want to welcome back to the live stream stage Michael. Michael, how you doing?
I'm doing great. It's been an exciting day. How you doing, Chris?
Welcome back. We'll be back with Wendy in just a few moments, but Michael, for our next guest, My Life in a Bag Foundation, you want to introduce our special guest and take it away?
Let's do it. It's exciting for me to introduce these two legendary gentlemen. One, hip-hop legend, and who's from New York City, and you will know him when you see his face. And another legendary local impactful gentleman, Charles Biscuit Smith, the founder and CEO of My Life in a Bag Foundation. And then we have the one and only Run DMC, Mr. Daryl Mack in the building from the legendary Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Run DMC. So it's an honor because I'm a hip hop fan. I grew up on hip hop, my Adidas and all that good stuff. But beyond what you've done on the stage, you're doing something for kids. You're doing something for some amazing people who need resources. So My Life in a Bag Foundation, if you gentlemen would tell me who you serve and what you provide, please.
Well, My Life in a Bag Foundation, we provide luggage and essentials to kids in group homes, foster care, as well as the homeless youth. And what we do is we also make sure we can give them the things that they need, such as luggage, in exchange for the trash bags, because every time they come into the system, they got trash bags. So we take that and give them back their dignity, their pride, their hope, and give them some loving by giving them the luggage, backpacks, and items such as packs of underwear, socks, the essentials that they need that people take for granted every day. And so with that being said, we also started another program called Beyond the Bag.
Okay.
Beyond the Bag allows us to get focused on the core of everything, the mental health situations that they face, as well as dealing with mentorship, giving them hope and showing them that there are people here that will guide you. Then the next situation that's real serious is the reading literacy.
Okay.
They get moved around so many times that school doesn't mean anything to them. So what we do is we step in and we help provide curriculums and everything so they can understand that when you get anything written about you and being in the system, you have the right to ask, what was written about me? What is this medicine that I'm taking? Well, a lot of times they don't ask those questions because they can't read. And so a lot of times it leaves them in situations where they've been over-medicated because something could have stopped a long time ago if they knew how to voice that and say, hey, I read this, it's not right. So we want to get to the core of it by providing books to them. So Mr. McDaniels, who teamed up with us as our ambassador, he wrote a children's book.
Yes.
And this children's book is about when he found out that he was adopted. But what he does with that is he empowered the kids to understand that, hey, I was just like you. And so what that was, we turned around and wrote a curriculum on his book that works for the ages from ages 3 to 10. And with those
the book is K to 5.
Daryl's Dream.
Yes.
Because everybody has a dreams, and dreams do come true. The reason why I'm here is a lot of people don't know I was a foster kid. I didn't find out that I was adopted till I was age 35.
Wow.
And that was at a time where I was an alcoholic, suicidal, metaphysical, spiritual wreck who was thinking of leaving this universe. And I just happened to be Run DMC. But then I found out I was a foster kid. Unfortunately, I got adopted. But what we represent is this. Every child, regardless of their situation, deserves the opportunity to become the people that they were put here to be. Their situations doesn't define who they are. So I'm just here to show the world you support this foundation. You'll have some more DMC and DMCX running around the earth doing some good
We need
things.
more of that. We need all of that,
So
Mr. McDaniels.
Because these children, they don't need to think about the day-to-day problems. They need to think about the dreams and who they are. They are the next journalists, writers, astronauts, doctors, lawyers, CEOs, veterans, bakers, cooks. So we have to, we as a community of people, globally, have to provide every opportunity to all of these children because they're here for a reason.
Yes. Come on.
That's why I'm here.
So-
I was one of them.
To that point, thank you, Mr. McDaniel. Thank you, Biscuit. So to that point, St. Louis, this is just not a St. Louis issue. This is a global issue.
Yes, it is.
Mr. McDaniels is from New York City, world famous Run DMC hip hop legends. But you just heard his own testimony and journey. At 30 plus years old, no matter the success, he was thinking about not being on this earth. So what does funding for this powerful organization called My Life in a Bag provide? Tell the folks who will give and donate today by way of www.givestlday.org. What will funding do for your organization? We were talking about money just a moment ago. You said the need is there, but the demand is higher.
Right, the
So help
demand
us.
is higher. And right now, we're not just getting situations in the state of Missouri. We're getting calls from all over the world.
Okay.
Emails, could you help us? We need help. We love what you're doing. We need that support. But without the funding, I can't support and do what the calling is that we're called to do without that level of funding.
Right. We need to take care of the situation
Yes,
here
sir, Mr. McDaniel.
and take care of the situation everywhere
Right.
else. Because what people need to understand, every child that walks the face of this earth is your responsibility. It's not just the children that's your bloodline. Every child, we have a habit of saying, that's not my kid, that's not, yes they are. Because that child could be the next person to make the next great song. The child could find a cure for cancer. The child that could solve all the problems that us older adults can't solve.
Yes. Right.
So I represent what can happen if you support this organization. It doesn't just get better here in St. Louis, it gets better everywhere. So St. Louis, let's do this.
Come on. Yes. And for the last 60 seconds that I do have, to that point, how many folks are you serving now, and with more investment and more resources, how many would you love to serve?
Well, I'm
Help me out with
serving
that.
right now as of yesterday. We had a good running with Channel 4 News. They did a good segment on us. We ended up hitting our mark of 375 youth, so we was able to serve.
Yeah.
But the goal is to serve 500 plus.
Okay.
That's my goal, 500 plus.
500. We can do this, St. Louis.
We can do it. We
Let's
need
do
the
it.
funding.
500 plus folks.
It takes $250 just to do one bag for one youth. So
Wow.
let's do the math. Now, come on, do the math.
Yeah.
Getting the luggage is easy. We do get that luggage donated because you made it cleaned out your basement.
what's inside, the essentials are
But
needed.
it's the essentials that go in and to fund the workshops. Remember, we do the mental health segments. We do the reading literacy segment. These are workshops that need to be funded so we can provide all those resources.
Look, I have my phone right here, and I typically don't do this. I'm going to, after this segment, I'm going to look up the My Life in a Bag Foundation, and I'm going to give a personal gift because I believe in their work. I believe in the impact and the desire to change lives, both now and for long term. Any one last thing you guys would like to say? We'll wrap it up before Chris kicks me out. What's the last thing you all would like to say about My Life in a Bag Foundation?
This is not mine, it's God's. We all belong to God. I was just given an assignment to join with others that have assignments. And right now, through these assignments, these youth need us more than ever right now. So we need you.
And take care of a kid and watch what that kid will do for you.
That's it. Take care of a kid and watch what that kid will do for you. So go to www.givestlday.org and find My Life in a Bag Foundation, and let's make history tonight by supporting this great organization to do great work. Thank you. Legendary Run DMC, Mr. Daryl McDaniels, and thank you, Biscuit. Appreciate it, guys.
Back in 60 seconds. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, don't go to
No, you guys can go.
We can leave. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you for letting me
So what I want you ways to do. Yes.
Show up.
Wait. Do we have 2 mics? Do we have 2 mics or one? You only have one. So leave it here. So don't attach it, but okay. Hold it. When we okay. Okay. That we can do. Are you going to ask us questions, or do you want us to? My questions are going to be very general. Okay.
Wow. Welcome back. Welcome back, guys, to Give STL Day 2025 Live. My name is Chris Jubb, the Giving Day guy. Back here with our next organization. Wendy, this has been quite the hour so far. We're having a great time here. Let's keep things rolling with meds and food for kids.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm here with Christy and Linda Locke. I'm the board president. And Linda, fantastic. So Meds and Foods for Kids was founded by...
Wendy, are you clipped back in? Do you have the microphone?
Oh, Jesus, where's the microphone?
Let's
sorry.
find it for you.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Now
How's that?
Hear you.
Now can you hear me? Okay. My apologies. I am not a professional at this. So anyway, Meds and Foods for Kids was founded by a WashU pediatrician, and a good 50% of your supporters are from the local St. Louis area, even though what you do is primarily overseas. So Haiti, correct?
That's correct. So our headquarters, our administrative headquarters are right here in St. Louis, where we were founded. But what's important is that we help, so Dr. Pat Wolf is who you're talking about, who's our founder. She was my children's pediatrician. That's how I got involved. And she would go to Haiti on mission trips, that kind of thing, and set up clinics. And she realized the same kids are coming back every time, because you can't just eliminate the ravages of hunger and then leave without anything substantive underneath that. She said, no, we have to address poverty. That's what causes malnutrition. And so Pat figured out a whole sort of program that helped improve the economy in the areas where our workers were, where people were starving. So fast forward 21 years later, and we have reached over 1 million children and nursing and pregnant mothers.
Wow. So, and you have some pretty unique nutritional things that you've done, because of course it's not all about medication. If we get the nutrition right, it can be a lot less about medication, right?
So our factory in Cap-Haïtien, Haiti manufactures Plumpy Nut, which is a peanut-based product that is used to treat severe acute malnutrition. And Plumpy Nut is effective. It cures 92% of the children with severe acute malnutrition in 8 to 12 weeks. But something that we do at our factory that is unique is that we produce something called Vita Mamba, which is another peanut-based product. It is a school snack for Haitian school children. And it's for older kids, and so it's a supplement. It's ready-to-use supplemental food. It isn't for severe acute malnutrition, but it is a supplement to supplement their nutrition, and we are the only producer of Vita Mamba in the world.
And you do your production, if I understand it right, all locally there in Haiti.
Yep.
So you're not just providing this vital nutrition, you're actually helping the local economy, you're helping local farmers, you're helping local families.
I actually just got back from Haiti a week ago today, and I was at our factory. We employ 88 locals at the factory. It is an internationally certified factory, so when you walk into the factory, it looks like a factory anywhere else in the world. It is an incredible facility. And we also have an agricultural component. So in addition to providing employment at the factory, we also train farmers. And we've trained over 3,000 farmers to increase their yield in Haiti, Haitian farmers. And we train them to increase their yields. We train them to reduce something called aflatoxin. So then we can buy their peanuts to make our products. So our approach is a localized model. And what we're doing is we're not just curing acute malnutrition, but we are also supporting the local economy through teaching agriculture, through employment at the factory, and 50% of the farmers we've trained are women.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. So meds and foods for kids.
That's correct.
Go to givestlday.org and make those donations. Make it happen. What else can you tell us?
So the question we ask ourselves, because this is hard work, and it's hard work for the staff, it's hard work for the board members, it's hard work in Haiti, in the U.S., and all that. But the central question we ask ourselves every day is, if you could save a child and end world hunger, would you? And the answer, how could you not? Because Dr. Wolf gave us a formula for how to do that, and we're what's called localized. What's happened since the time Dr. Pat started conceptualizing this, the whole development community has moved to the same point of view that says we want a localized model where we're buying peanuts locally, we're growing better peanuts, because then the people in the farmers in Haiti can charge more. They can ship it all over the world, which they couldn't do if they had not
So
learned from us.
We're seeing this already? We're seeing
for
essentially
decades.
the duplication
Yes.
of what you guys are doing to make a difference around the world?
So
Is that
it's a
fair?
model that, like the late great USAID came around and said, this is the model we should all be using. And so we have local people, we have local ingredients, and down the road, we've been at conferences and stuff, and around the world, everybody in agriculture is saying, how can we produce more with local ingredients? What can we use that we're not? And then empower more people locally to grow something else we can use. So it's that virtuous model that we put at the center of all of our thinking.
I love that.
Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
We have a
Thank
video
you.
from you guys that I'm going to play to conclude this segment, so we'll take a look at that work, but we'll say thank you very much.
Thank you for Meds and Food Kit for Kids,
Okay.
please. We appreciate your help.
Thank you, guys. We'll be back after this video.
On? Are you trying to talk to me?
You can turn the headphones back up now. Here we go, Wendy. Hi, it's Chris Chubb, the Giving Day guy, back here. One more group here in our 5 p.m. hour, and they are here, Wendy. This is St. Louis Life. Let's say hello.
Hello. So we've got Andy, and Andy, who do you have with you today?
So I brought along one of our residents. This is Susie Stuffelbaum.
Hi, Susie.
She's one
nice
of
to
our
meet you.
residents at St. Louis Life. We are an independent living structured community out in O'Fallon, Missouri. Started in 2007, so we've been in operation for 18 years. We provide an independent living community for adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. A wide variety that includes people with Down syndrome, individuals on the autism spectrum, epilepsy, cerebral palsy, and traumatic brain injury. So we've got a variety of disabilities that are represented in our community.
Fantastic. So tell me a little bit about what it means to be in an independent living facility. You think independent, well, why would I be independent versus in a facility? Tell us a little bit about what that means.
Sure, I'll start then I'll let Susie answer that in more detail as one of our residents. So all of our residents are working in the community or volunteering. They have active social life. We plan a lot of fun activities, both educational, social, and recreational. We provide door-to-door transportation to get to those activities. So they have very independent lives, and we are there to provide a level of support so that they can be as independent as they could be. But I'm going to let Susie talk about what it's like for her to be independent.
Oh, super. Thank you, Susie.
It's kind of like having fun with your friends, kicking back, doing something you love to do. Like tomorrow night I'm doing a dinner and a movie from Taylor Swift, the new Era movie tomorrow night. And we're also doing movie nights, concerts, all the fun stuff we could do, like going to Boston musicals, go to dance parties, have trivia nights, do our annual trivia, and also annual trips that we love to do with our friends.
Oh, that's fantastic. That honestly, it sounds a little bit like the senior living facility that my mother is in, where she has that backup support because she doesn't necessarily need constant care. But, she's able to do a lot of cool things and enjoy her life. And
Absolutely. We're very similar to that. You're exactly right. So we're very similar to a senior living community in that we provide a structured support. Each of our residents, like Susie, live in their own apartment. We provide some of the meals every day. We provide transportation. We provide activities. And we have staff on site 24/7, so that just as there as a safety precaution if they have questions. And then we help them sort of set goals for themselves and provide that support so they can be successful.
Oh, that's wonderful. So do you have any couples? Is everyone individuals or?
So each resident has their own individual apartment. We do have some residents that are dating, which is part of being an adult.
Of course.
It's obviously something that we support, and it's up to each individual resident to determine if that's something they want to do as one of their goals. But yeah, we support residents in sort of all areas of life.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's fantastic.
I'm actually single, so I'm actually used to date someone for 6 years, but I originally broke up with him. But right now I'm currently single. If I'm still joining, dating others if anyone was interested. So just
That's
trying
great.
to keep it, trying to have fun with my friends right now, and helping Andy in the office sometimes helps a lot too.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Susie
Wonderful.
wrote a few things she wanted to share with everybody.
Please do. Yes, absolutely.
Of course. My name is Susie Stuffbaum. I am 37 years old. I lived in San Jose for 15 years. I enjoy spending time with new friends and friendships that I make along the way. My disability is Down syndrome. I do normal fun things like everyone else, like do arts and crafts, going to movies, music concerts, going to see Broadway musicals, getting iced coffee, celebrating birthdays and holidays. St. Louis Life is a disability facility that makes you feel more independent and be a self-advocate that you are. Also makes you feel like you're home away from home. I like I do when I first moved in St. Louis Life.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing.
Susie's very active in the community at St. Louis Life. She's also currently a board member at the Down Syndrome Association of Greater St. Louis, representing St. Louis Life and as a self-advocate. And bringing a very important voice to that organization. So we're very proud of Susie.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's
Susie,
fantastic.
thank you for all the amazing
sharing.
work that you're doing. That must be cool to be a board member.
Yeah, it's really cool because I get to help with like DSA trivia nights sometimes. Sometimes I get to sit in the board meetings, see what things are going. And actually, right now we have a former DSA board member who used to work with us.
Right.
Who also helped us with, besides transportation for me, he also helps out with getting some more feedback for our disability, for DSA that I'm potentially good with.
Well, we are so thankful that you guys could join us here tonight. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks for the invitation. We're very happy to be here.
And we want to wish you the best of luck with your Give STL Day efforts today. So thank you. It's
You're welcome.
Great to see you guys. We're going to wrap things up here
Absolutely.
in the 6 p.m. hour and get right back in about 60 seconds or less with our last live stream of the evening. So stay tuned. More to come. This is Give STL Day Live. Thank you, Wendy. You've been wonderful today.
My pleasure. Thank you, Chris.
About an hour. We'll be back.